Okay.
Hey, I'm Joe Rice.
I'm Anthony Del Castillo.
And I'm Matt Noyes, and this is Lab 4.
Cool.
The first important concept that we explored during this lab was the concept of acousto-optic modulation. A piezoelectric transducer introduces an acoustic wave that travels through our crystal. These pressure waves introduce strain in the material that vary the refractive index, introducing layers that can diffract an optical wave.
So the fundamental concept in this lab, acousto-optic modulation, is worth learning about because of its applications in today's society. As we discussed in the pre-lab, it's very valuable in laser scanners, but as you can see here, it can also be used as a tool for optical communication.
Here we can see the significant results from this experiment. First, we see that power generally decreases as a function of frequency, as distance between the diffraction orders increases, and as RF level increases, the distance between the diffraction orders stays the same. This is an important result as we find that only changing the frequency of the modulated wave will change the separation between the distance of the diffraction order. We also found the diffraction efficiency to be about 1.4% for m equals 1 diffraction order.
This lab compares with our prior knowledge as the acousto-optic modulator behaves very similar to a distributed Bragg reflector in the way that it uses the concept of a Bragg angle to distribute the beam. Compared to my prior knowledge, the second portion of this lab compares pretty well. It shows a realistic demonstration of free space optical communication systems and gives real-life examples of how these acousto-optic modulators can be used.
One thing we didn't like were the alignments of the laser with the crystal and how it led to many back reflections that made it difficult to see what order. One thing we did freaking love was how awesome of a demo of free space optim communications this was. So like, this camera is capturing information, is sending it to that modulator, which is modulating that crystal, which modulates that laser beam, which gets picked up by that detector and put on that screen. That's nuts. So my face is going into that camera and is currently in that beam on my hand.